Guys, good morning. I'm Luis from Video Car. We have this one Dodge pickup 2015. We're gonna put a new windshield. So this truck's been trapped in a hailstorm too. You can see the dents around, the heat right there. So I already make an inspection on the car, but I mean it's already obvious. It's got a lot of damage for the hailstorm. Okay, so we set the glass right here. Now I put my suction cups. I'll clean the other side of the glass, and you can see all these grease fingers. You can see. Take a look. So you can see all this. This is a contamination now. This is the deal. My B2G, I know I don't have to use primer, okay? But to me, it's better use the primer all the time, because let me show you why. I'm gonna use my G800, okay? You see the fingers? All around. All the grease, okay? Now, what happens if only I use a regular clean? Let me show you, because many glassmen say the only you have to do when you use a primeless urethane is just uncontaminate the glass, and that's it. So I'm gonna use this one, these little fibers, and we're gonna just clean, right? I know that's enough, but still I feel not comfortable just setting the glass with no priming. Maybe because I used to use that primer for a long time, and now I cannot adjust to don't use primer. But I don't know. In the last class I've been, you see it? Even when I'm cleaning, I still can see the fingers, right? Now I can just start cleaning. But for me, the glass still is contaminated, no matter what. Now, just to prove, I'm just gonna spray my G again, and it's not gonna show me contamination, except for the places I didn't just scrub, you know. So supposed to, it's clean now. You see, it's no contamination, but it's still in some areas. Even this is the, you know, the dissipation point. I still can see some points, lines. Now see the fingers? The fingers are here. I don't see any more grease fingers here, but still I can see some details. They don't make me feel comfortable or trust in the glass, right? So to me, you see, even when you see the black, you can see some marks. It's not the grease, but some marks from some kind of contaminations. It's not removing for that. So now, this is just one. This is the test. Okay, we're gonna just clean it, just because I want to just prove some points here. Okay, about the primer lace in the glass. So now, supposed to my glass is clean, right? But you see, still I can see those fingers. You see those marks right there? Maybe the camera don't see it, but I can see it. So now, the other product is approved to use in the auto glass business is this kind of alcohol. Okay, it's the rubbing alcohol. So this is the other product you can use. So now, we're gonna use a clean cup like this, and we're gonna just now apply or clean the glass. Let's see what happened. Alright, clean like this, just one time, one more time. Alright, now let's see the dissipation. Okay, now we're gonna test it again. Now you see, I don't see contamination at all. So I don't see fingerprints too much around. Now we're gonna pass this thing again, clean again. You see, but still this one is better. Let's see here, much better. I don't see those fingers anymore. Right there, a little bit probably right here. Let me check the top. Yes, still I see those fingers. When I pass black, you're gonna see the marks right there. Okay, so now this is when people's gonna be confused, like when the glass is really uncontaminated. What system is the best? Well, just try many times and just clean the glass many times. To me, that's why I use primerless or no primer on the urethane, I have to use primer. But now, when I use my beta braid, let's see the results. Okay. On this one, you only have to use is the same motion. First I do is little circles. Okay, now it's clean. You see, I don't see any dirt because I already cleaned the glass a couple times. So now I'm gonna go motion forward and backward like this, just to remove the recovery. You can see some contaminations coming out. There you go. Okay. So now, to me, this one will be the best kind of cleaning. Because now we're gonna apply again, and to me it looks much better. Even the dissipation is not very fast. Remember, you get a heat, it's warm, so that it's not humid in the air. It's gonna affect how the primer, the glass cleaner dry. Let's see now. And you see, now I don't see anything there. I think at this point it's completely 100% when you use the beta braid. So I think that's, you see it? I don't see any more fingers on this area. They're clear. There you go. Now that's what I'm saying is uncontaminated glass using the beta braid F1. Okay. So to me, now the glass is perfectly uncontaminated, but still I don't trust in the glass. The process to don't use primer. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna use primer anyway, because to me sorry, use primer all the time is gonna just probably better, it's gonna make me feel more comfortable and more safe. I don't know why. Maybe because I used to use this a long time ago, and now just stop to using is not in my mind. Maybe it's more than my mind than something else. But you see, with my primer, and I know because sometimes I do jobs I already did before, and it's really hard to pull those windshields when the primer is already set than another one, because I used to try a couple with no primer. And I remember when I come and redo the job, because it was another recall, not recall, but it was another call for the new job for the same car, I can pull the glue sometimes more easy than before, than now with the primer applied on the glass. So I think I'm gonna go on this way. No matter if I use primerless or no primer, I'm gonna use the same system to me, because I'm doing this just for a long time ago, and I don't have any, believe it or not, I don't have recalls. And I don't know how to prove it, but I don't have any recalls from my vendors or my contractors. So that's why, to me, is the key, the success. Okay, so we're gonna start our process. I'm gonna go old school because we got a lot of work. I got 4 installed for Porsche. I got a 1 Macan, 1 Panamera, and 2 911. So that's what I'm saying. Doing this process is when I have all the call from my contractors, because they like my job, because I never have any problem, any recall or no problems using this process. So that's why I'm be continuing using the same process for longer as I can. Okay, so we're gonna start making this thing. So first we're gonna strip all the bottom, the moldings, and we start cutting now. We're gonna start the process. Now I'm gonna take my nitro, because I already cleaned the area, so I don't have to use I don't have to wear this nitro. You see, my hands have to be wet, so I don't like it. Shake hands with somebody's wet hands, yeah, it's not good. So let's go. So first, remember, careful with your body. because sometimes we're using pliers or some stuff. I don't want to just touch terminals and get a shortcut. So get it right there. Simple tools we're going to use. Nothing, it's just this. Nothing special, just this hook and my prime, this one, and my baby mirror. That's all. So you see, it's only going to use 1, 2, 3, 4 tools and my handles. And maybe wires. I don't know yet. Got this one here is the paint roll spread. It's gonna good for this kind of job because I can set all my stuff here, my balls and you know my nuts and little screws, so it's not gonna fall in. Okay, so this one it's gonna be easy. Got a couple clips on the bottom, so take first this one. Put some weight on this one because the wind is blowing, it's gonna take away with all your parts on. So just careful just with those lights. Okay. This one open a little bit. They're not really tight, so very easy to remove. Remember, this one is wide. You can just take them up from here or from here, whatever place you want. This one is, I don't know where it's coming from. This one, pull them all a little bit down. I release. I'm gonna do the same way. Let me see the short here. That one where they all state agents all around. Remember about the hailstorm, so they are just checking cars. This one is going to be attached. You can just take them off the seam. This one too. Don't break it. So many times I found this car is always broken. All the wires they are losing. So I mean, just because you don't see it, that doesn't mean you're going to break it. There's one where these ones come with the hooks on the bottom. So just pull them a little bit and just hit it right here. In the middle. Gonna go under here for safety. Now your side moldings on the top, besides, I mean, it's gonna be just easy to release. You got a couple clips, plastic clips. You can pull from this one like the Jadas and Mercedes, but I don't like it because sometimes it's plastic. Those little things, they hold this molding really hard, so you don't want to break it. Just open a little bit, both sides, one side, one time, and it's coming up very nice. Okay, you see I got enough room to run my cut knife, but if it's really tight, I have to change for wire or lines, so that's depend the size. Nice, look. Okay, nice. Most of the Dodge speaker has this gravity stops on the bottom. You can use those for set your glass. This eye is more on this way, the glass, because it's too tight to the wall. There you go. You see, it's really tight. Just gotta get careful when you use your cut knife. It's gonna be passed very close to those clips. Okay, now let's go for our rearview mirror. And this one, we only have to do is just twist. I mean, a turn. You know, this one is like a little cover. You have to do is only take it from here, right there. And just pull them off like this. You see, you gotta get those clips out. Now this one is just turn it. You can take the cover, or you can just turn the entire piece like this. Okay, and you can put it back onto the same way. So this one a little heavy, but the hardness is really strong, so it's no matter, it's not gonna affect it. You just let the line drop. Okay, now taking the old tools, it's gonna go like that. Okay. Remember, a sharp knife always cut the best. Okay, remember, just careful with this part because you can scratch it easy. And this one is really these handles, just pushing like this. Okay. Go turn, just careful with your wall. Very close to the glass. I need to fix that one. Okay, go very close right here. Careful with the wall right there. Just careful, this part is very close. There you go. Can make the cut between those clips. Just careful. Okay, so we already cut sides and top, so it's time to change the blade. I can just run it wide, but I'm gonna make this one more fast for me. This is my sharper. I think I already sharpened that one yesterday, but you can just pass a little sharp. Diamond stone right here. They're already light. You use the grinder, you're gonna just burn the blade, so just use this one. Diamond blades, they're better. I'm gonna use my water. This is the water. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna just put some water in this area. Remember, shaking and make some bubbles. You're gonna stay more longer in the glass. Alright. Now we're gonna just cut the bottom like this and make the motion on that way. See, one cut, two cuts, and it's open. Careful where your gravity stops. Careful right there, because on this way what you're using is your arm and shoulders to push in, push in. You know what I'm saying? But you control the dip, the speed, and everything. All right. So the cut. So this one is only a fast process using a regular blade. This one the same thing. You're gonna make the cut in that direction on the left side, just like this. One more cut, and it's gonna be open. There you go. Careful with your gravity stop. Just control the dip. Push in. One more. If you steer too far, you can just come inside. And you see my blade always is far from the dashboard, so just push in a little bit. This part is more tight. Just a little bit. That's what I put when you get sick. There you go. You see? Yeah, when you are set on the seat. When you put in the force like this, it's not too much force you can put in the blade, because you're sit. But when you stand up, all the weight on your shoulders and body is gonna go forward like this, you know, and you can control the dip and the speed. But you are sit, you're always gonna go like, or you cannot push in, or you go too far, because you cannot control, because your leg is gonna control the force you put in this way. Okay. So that's why when you use this kind of blades, it's better. Make one of these is very easy. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna pull this one out. Okay, the gravity stuff right there. Let's pull it out. Alright. Okay, so now we're gonna just, before we start cutting the V, make sure there's not really too much dirt. Okay, now remember, when you have a really cars that are dirt, or you know there's a lot of dirt between the glass, you don't have, that's what I suggest, you don't have to be involved and clean the entire body pitch wheel, because you're going to be stuck there for too much time to cleaning, making loose clean, and you know you don't have to do that. That's what I think. That's what I do. When I have to clean, I clean. If not, I don't have a time, like today. The only I have to do is clean the area I'm just gonna work. Don't apply any water in this area, or it's gonna be like a mud, you know, because there's already a lot of dirt. So the only have to do, remember, you cut on this way. You cut like this, you go too deep. You go like this. Okay, open the space, get the big one here, and just cut them off, because this one is too far. You see it's touching the panels, the A panels. So just gotta cut like this, careful, don't make any cut, it's too close to the edge. Okay, let me just, okay, right there. This unlamination paint, that's normal on these vehicles. Dodge has a lot of problem with that, like Nissans and another cars. Cut and clean, and you see I don't have any scratch and nothing. And the dirt is to stay away from my B. That's the goal. Don't contaminate your B space. This unlamination, you see it, it's coming out. There you go. Look at the bottom. Now when you set this windshield for Dodge pickup, they have a problem, maybe because I think the automatic machines or robots arms do it the job at the factory. They always missing some areas here. You see this one? This is out of the pitch wheel. Let me show you. You see it? You see that? You see? Check it out. A lamination. You see? You see how far only was the urethane was catching the pitch wheel? Nothing much. So the results can be a problem when the guy has a wreck. So that's one where you set the glass, try to set the urethane a little more far from the edge, like we're talking about a little more on this way, not right here with the sides. When supposed to, you gotta go like this, go a little more down, because you're gonna catch more this area. This one is too small. That's what I thought. I got a lot of problems with these Dodge pickups with this kind of glue. Sometimes I find just the little teeny glue holding the glass right there. So that's what I do, just to fix that problem. Maybe the alignment and the robot's arm and the factory, you see, check it out. This one is exactly in the middle, the other one is too on this way. That's why the glass was too much on this side, and that one happened at the probably the factory, or maybe it's aftermarket, but it's really nice. The V is really nice, so I don't think someone did this one before. Okay, so this one, remember, just the area I'm working. Don't touch the dust, or it's going to fall in the B. You see, a lamination, but I didn't touch it. Just careful right there. Just leave it there, out of your B. See a little bit right here. Believe it or not, this little piece can make a hole between your glue and the glass, and it's going to leak. You see, I'm not touching anything. So that's the goal. Alright. right there. Okay, I'm just gonna keep one more here. Okay. It's coming in lamination here. Or maybe no, because this one was nice B. So use another one. This one is a little tight here. You see the lamination, and always the lamination happen on the corners for Dodge. Nissan, all the top, of the sides, of the bottom. So this time I'm gonna go to the other side, a little more sharp, because this little dip here, and I can do it with a regular. I'm gonna make a scratch this one, so I'm gonna put some primer in that area. A little bit right there, those little nips. They put too much glue, the onion. Let's get right there, with no major scratches, not too much, maybe a few. Right there. A little more here. See, it's too much glue right there. Okay. Sometimes you leave these little pieces, they can affect the other side. There they go, you catch it. Maybe now. Okay. So now we already cleaned the glue, the B, I mean, without touch the area. So it's clean. The only you have to do is those retouch, primer. And we're ready to save. Alright. You see, with this process, you don't have to clean the beside the glue, because you're gonna start apply water is when you're gonna contaminate more the area. So I just left the dirt, because my glass is gonna sit in the same area was the B before. So to me, don't make any sense clean the dirt, like make the body still really clean and shining. I mean, you don't have to do it, don't do it. But if you have to do it, just do it. You want to look good. Okay, now I already shake before, so you know, I asked the Sika for this one. He said we don't have to shake, but you see the little ball, if it's there, it's because you have to shake it. And the 15504 for dough, he said you don't need to shake too much, so it doesn't have any ball like that. So just you need to make your sense when you feel you hit the little ball, is because you have to shake it. Nothing on the top, just some lamination right here. This one I'm going to apply a little more far, not far, but just right here on the edge, right there. I know some of the dirt is catching the primer, but I mean, I'm not going to go all of it here. It's just going to fix what the side, what is the position was before. Little primer, I scratch a little bit right there. Lamination here, don't touch the dirt, you see, right there, just this side, right there, nothing there. Lamination here, a little bit more, right here, right here, a little more. Okay, so now I'm just gonna wait 6 minutes. Believe it or not, for a little more on the primer, you have to wait. I can just set right now, but I don't want to just put the urethane wet, and the primer was a wet primer. I don't think that's a good process, but I'm gonna wait 6 minutes, get the video here, and let's just come back to say. All right, I'll be right back. Okay guys, after 6 minutes, we're gonna set the glass now. Remember, P2G no need primer, but still I use it. So no matter what, because maybe in Texas, because it's dry, we don't have a lot of humid, maybe it's not a problem. But maybe you in another state that is more humid, maybe it's gonna affect the seal, but the glue dries really nice when it's wet, when the humidity is really, you know, a lot. So you watch me using primer on this one. It's not because I don't know, it's because to this system I using, I never have any recalls. So that's why trying this for a long time, and I think it's working. Even no matter if you got a primerless or no primer, you gotta use your primer. That's to me the best way, and it's working. So I don't think if I use primer and this one is gonna affect, I mean it's gonna make something problems with this. I think they're designed to do this one, because I asked the guy for the product on Zika, and they say you have to use 207, of course, for primer the body or the glass if you want. I'm just following the manufacturer glue set. Okay, now we're gonna just set the glue. Remember, my B is on the glass always, not on the body. I don't like too much. I do some, but I don't like it. This one, remember, we go a little more far from the corners, from the inside to outside, because I want to just prevent this problem. Also, this problem happened because the glass was too much on that way, so that's why it happened. Okay, remember. Now people say I have to put the glue 90 degrees toward to the body. This way, I mean this way, because if I go on this angle, I'm gonna probably get the risk to get my glue inside. Okay, now if I go on this way, if it's exposed edge, I can't do that because it's gonna see it. If this one I put my glue 45 degrees, but I go 90 angle, what happens is the glue when set is gonna go out, and this one is exposed edge, and most of the time the guys has a problem with the glue exposing out. So that's why, to me, I said 45 straight is gonna make me the glue go expanding and make like a wall on this way and on this way. And next, I don't know now, but I'm gonna make some test with a piece of glasses to show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna start here. Okay, it's right there. The only I don't like with this glue is it's smelling a lot. The chemical for the primer is, because I think the primer is in here. But you know why? Even when I read the manual for Porsche, the glasses, some of the glasses come in with the primer, and they say still you have to check with the contamination of the primer. Some of those, they say that in the manual. So that's what I'm doing this. Even with the glass or the glue is already primed, you gotta use that. So you remember, just right there. Give your room here for the hook for the cowl. That's the mark for how far you can go. This one too, a little bit right there. Okay. Okay, remember we're gonna just fix those little bridge. Some new sticks from equalizer I saw this morning in American Glass in Dallas. So that one here, just fix that one right there, and this one just close around like this. Okay, make them flat. Just put it away. Okay, now remember, when I set my glasses, to me the best technique to set a big windshield, so a small windshield, is go like this. My arm, this one is gonna weight, it's gonna make that way don't go down, because in the middle I can just grab like this and set. Many people go like this, and when they set this one, that ways go down. So it's a big problem with the glassmans. So the other ones, people grab the glass from here and go around and go like this. So it's different techniques, but I'm just using the best for me. Okay, for me. Just grab my glass like this, and I'm using the B in the glass. That's more difficult. Okay, and like this. You see, like this is more easy for me. Control the weight. So I'm gonna put my arm as far I can, just probably right there, little more far right there. You see, I can just go that way, this way, but my arm is holding the weight. So go this way, reach my bin number right there. When I reach the bin number, I can go right there, set the corners, and you see my corner, this corner, I got my space. My glass still is not set on the bottom. I am holding, you see, and this way I can fix something. It's fine, it's fine. Down a little bit here, and just set. When you do this, the glass stay there. It's not moving anymore. Okay, you see the space here? You see the space there? That's all. To me, you see it? Different techniques, you know, but and these glasses, you see, they are not straight. They come in like this. This is the aftermarket, so it's nothing I can do. There you go. Up. You see that? Fix it. You see, still have a space. Push in, push in, push in. A little bit away. Doesn't matter. I have to get room here. Now, many people, when they set this windshield, they don't leave any room here because they think if you go more close, they're gonna just keep the wind away, and that's the wrong. If you get more gap, I mean less gap, making this close, the only you have to do is get a whistle. But you know why? This is my problem. Look at here. I got a space to go down, but look at the corner. It's touching already. So if you go down, I got more room here and less here, but it's the best. Sometimes the aftermarket glasses is a big problem. Go up here a bit. You see, it's touching, and I got a room, and it's gonna touch. So that's the glass, not your job. Okay, you see, still have a room. My glass is not touching even the gravity stop. You see, that's what I call a perfect touch, perfect set with no using any device. Okay. See, now my room, my glue set on the right spot, not too far. I go that way because my glass was too much on this way. You can see the old B. Now my glue is running here, not over in here or in here. So, okay guys, so that's all for now. So we put all the parts back on the car. And let's go. Let's move because this business has to move. This one, the same process. Go corners first. Go like this. Alright, get this one up there here. And it's really easy because you have to do it only put in the position, push out a little bit, right there. You got those holes already there. Put your lines. Yeah, I create my own style because always I'm watching videos, vendors for the different glues, different techniques, different opinion, and I just build my own because sometimes when you try to go the same like the other guys, it just don't work. You see, now I was talking to you guys and I forget the sides, but you can see when it's hitting right here, so you know. Right there, remember you gotta get the line. You see the line right there? I told you 2 fingers or 3 fingers. 3 fingers is too much, but the line is 2 fingers. Always gonna be 2 fingers or 3 fingers, sometimes more than that. You forget, you don't see the line, because sometimes the aftermarket they forget just put some details in the glass. I have some of those cars and it's really hard to find the positions for the clips or the opposite foam or the wipers blades. But that one you're gonna find out with just working on many of those cars. There you go. Alright. So this part is done. Where'd you go, my friend? Okay, it's right there. Finish here. Now let's put this mold in and we're finished. Okay, now remember this one It has to go like this. Oh, sorry, one of my hooks was out. I gotta fix that. Just put the molding here in the place and just hit it. Just careful, don't hit the glass. Okay, just gonna put this one inside here, and this one's going in a hole right there. Then that one's going too much inside, so I have to fix that side. This one, the only have to do is put inside. This one is nice. But let me check that side, because I think it's not aligned. Let me just check, open my hood and see what happened. Remember, this is the more difficult, because you put the parts back on the car. If something is not right, you have to take something out. You're gonna say, nah, just leave it like that. Okay, let me see what happened. So here is good. So I got alignment. Okay, that's nice. This one's go to inside. Let's check it out. So I have that little pin right there. Okay, so I think that's the molding, because you see, it's getting that way. Probably it's a little far, so I have to go down a little bit. So it's no big deal. You only have to do is go in here and go down a little bit. It's not working. Get the other one. One more. A little more. There you go. So exactly. There you go. Now it's close. Details, guys. I think that's the key. The details is when I'm gonna make the difference. Like good job or bad job. Okay, and now we'll finish. We're going to just put the mirror back. Remember the same thing. You get this wire here. Just turn it from here. Turn. And put your cover right there. Try to get, and at the same time, it's gonna be harder to just get one side and the other side. So just like that. When you reach that point, that one is the right, just push it in like this. Okay? And that's all. Okay guys, so we finished. I hope you liked the video.